Welcome back, Flight Simmers. Okay, today we're going to be in Activities Discovery and we're going to go to Arches National Park. We're going to be flying the CGS Hawk Arrow II, which is a pretty easy aircraft to fly as long as you don't bank too sharply. So Arches National Park is located in Utah. And it is a very popular park, probably the most popular park in Utah. Okay, here we are. You can see it's spectacular and it's almost an alien-like landscape with beautiful trails and arches, many of them. Balanced rocks, so lots to see. So let's get started. Okay, here we are, ready to fly. And I don't know if you noticed, but the visitor center is down below. If you're planning on coming to this park, make sure you contact them in the summertime especially to see if you need a reservation, because it gets very busy in the summer. Also, visit that visitor center when you first arrive, just for important information that'll make your trip much more enjoyable, and you'll learn some of the various safety procedures you might want to take if you're doing hiking. Make sure you have water in the summer. It gets very hot. Okay, so let's get ready to go and explore. We're going to fly up the road that you would drive up. First, going to go back and take a look at that visitor center, and we'll start off right there. So remember, I said don't bank too sharply with this aircraft. So we have a winding road that comes off the main highway here from the visitor center, and it sort of zigzags to help you make that climb up to the higher elevations when you're driving. So that's why it seems a little bit erratic, and also just to give you some good views. So we're going to turn around here and we're going to start off at the visitor center like you would, and we're going to start following the road up and take a look at some of the various arches if we can see some while we're on our little flight here. So as you get further up, there's lookout spots, like you just saw that one right there, viewpoints. So I'm just going to take you along this road so you can get an idea, if you do decide to visit this park, of what to expect. And it is spectacular. It's like no other park in the United States, and it is very popular. There's another viewpoint there where you can pull off the road and take a break and enjoy the spectacular views and rock formations in this park. So as you can see, there's various spots where you can pull off and take a break, maybe have your lunch, etc. So here we come now, and we're getting into some of these spectacular rock formations. Another lookout spot there. So we're at an altitude right now of 4,500 feet above sea level. So you can see some of the various markers telling us where these arches are. Lots of markers which I have turned on as we get to the end of this road and where there's hiking trails. So you can actually walk up to these arches, walk under them. So we're getting close to 5,000 feet above sea level now. And when we get up here, I'm going to stop and take a picture, if I can, of some of these rock formations. So you can see right now, we're not much above ground level, but we're at 5,230 feet, our altitude. Okay, we're coming up to balanced rock, and I'm going to try and take a picture of that for you. Just fly over here a bit and get a look at it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, you know, some of this stuff is very nicely rendered by Microsoft. So let's just pause here and take a picture. Okay, we can just turn towards it and zoom in. There we go. Just going to back up a little bit. All right, there's a nice picture of balanced rock. Okay, we captured that one. Let's continue on our journey here. And fly up a little further here and take a picture of another rock formation that is named and well known in the park. There's Delicate Arch up there. So they all have a name which sort of symbolizes what people think of them. There's Broken Arch, Delicate Arch we're coming up to. So I'm going to try and get a picture of Delicate Arch when we get a little closer. So here's the end of the road up into the park, and from here, well, let's just wait and see. That's a lookout spot where you can stop and take some views or do some trail walking. So the road does continue. I'm going to go up to the end of this road because it does end, and then there's walking trails up there at the very end. So let's take a picture of Delicate Rock here. I'll have to turn a bit so I can get a better angle at it. And I'll pause right here. See if we can take a picture and zoom in on that. Let's see what Delicate Rock looks like. There we go. There's a shot of delicate rock for you. So you can actually walk over to these and have a look at them if you want. And you have the energy to do a nice hike. Take a picture of that. Okay, we're going to continue following the road. Oh, there we go. Further along this way. Yeah, back there I thought that was the turnaround we'd reached, but we haven't quite got there yet. So you can see it's quite a long drive up into here. Also, you can call or even search online and find out when the park is open, what days it's open or closed, and whether there's any issues for planning a trip. But I definitely recommend you search online and make a reservation if you plan on visiting this, so you're not disappointed when you get to the visitor center and get turned away because they don't allow any extra guests in. Now you can see there's some nice spots here where you can stop and go on hiking trails. You can actually see those hiking trails leading away. So we're coming up to Skyline Arch here. And you're going to get a heck of a view from up here of the distant mountains and hills. So we're now 5,500 feet roughly altitude for the aircraft. So there's Skyline Arch. I'll try and get a picture of both these arches for you. Wow, like look at the view in this part. It almost reminds you of those images of the rover on Mars. The soil is very red looking, maybe a lot of iron in the soil, I'm not sure. A little Google research would answer that question, but it does look reddish. Okay, so this is another arch right here. Wow, that one's really unique. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, let's pause. Take a picture of it. Zoom in a bit. Yeah, so I'd assume that these are fairly well rendered by Microsoft. So let's take a picture of that one. And then we shall fly on a little further. I'm going to go off the road a little bit just so I can get some pictures of these arches here for you, so you can see what they look like. This actually might be the turnaround at the end of the road here. Let's have a look. I believe it is, yeah. So this is where you could go on hiking trails. Yeah, you'd reach this point here, and this is the turnaround to head back. And you can see they got lots of cars here, lots of visitors. Must be sometime in the summer. Okay, this is a good angle to get a view of landscape arch. And there's the hiking trail going to it, so you can walk right under these arches actually. I'm going to pause here and take a picture. Just swing around here and get a look at this. Wow, look at that. And you can see the trails walking up to it. Got a picture of that one. Okay, we'll get out of photographic mode and continue flying. See if we can get to Dark Angel here. There is a canyon in here somewhere where they call it landscape or skyscraper, I think, skyscraper canyon or something, because a lot of the rock formations look like skyscrapers. So I'm not sure if that's it on the right there or not. Looks sort of like a city skyscape. So here's Dark Angel. Well, that's different, isn't it? Let's get a close-up look of Dark Angel. Just going to pause here, try and take a picture of it. Yeah, I don't know. I think I've got a bad angle here. Yeah, I'm going to have to get a better position here for a photograph of it. There we go. That should be better. Let's have a look at Dark Angel up close here. Okay. Very unique. All by itself out there. Isn't that amazing how that ended up being created by nature? So let's fly around here and head back. And just fly around Dark Angel here. So you can get a better look at it. Wow, you get some views here for sure. Incredible. So this is a full day, more or less, and even longer. So this could be that skyscraper canyon. Kind of looks like it. Okay, as we fly back, get a look at a few more of these landmarks here, and then we'll sort of end the video and hopefully not make it too long, but long enough for you to get a good idea, if you plan on visiting, what to expect. Really, really quite beautiful, I must say. So that's Eye of the Whale Arch there, and I don't think we got that one. That will be the last one we'll do, and we'll color a day at Arches National Park. Because to fly back down, you're going to see sort of the same things. Now there's a good look at the trails that they have up here. I'm not sure if they allow cyclists, but maybe they do. You just call ahead and find out if you're one of those mountain bikers. This looks like a fabulous place for mountain biking and for getting around faster. So all you younger folks that like to do mountain biking, you should give them a call. A lot of these places have, you know, rules about what you can and can't do in the park, so make sure you check and find out. So we're getting closer to Eye of the Whale Arch. Yeah, you could spend 2 or 3 days in here if you really were into this stuff, to see everything without making it too much of an exhausting affair in one day. So this one looks like it's well off the beaten trail, or the road, shall we say. So that's why I'm going to fly up to it and give you a chance to have a look at it. So Eye of the Whale. I'll just fly around it and get a look at it, and then we can try and take a picture. Find out maybe why they call it Eye of the Whale. Okay, I'm gonna pause right here. Oh, there we go. And we'll see if we can take a picture of it. You can see the arch there. I'll just zoom in a bit for you. And that one for sure you'd be able to walk under, I'm sure. Let's take a picture of that one. And there's also one called Broken Arch, which has it's still an arch but with a crack in it. I don't know if we came across that one. I don't think so, but if you stuck with me this far, folks, thanks very much. I appreciate it. Give it a like and subscribe. Be much appreciated. I'm going to be doing more videos of these national parks and more visits to various discovery places in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. So long for now. Catch you next time, Flight Simmers.